Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to once again another bonus episode brought to you by Wolf Tick Videos.
Bonus.
Guys, have we got a bonus episode for you today?
It's bonusy.
I know you guys are like, man, you're all about them e-bikes, mountain bikes, alright? Well, Wolf Tick Nation, you guys need to become part of the e-scooter
about a lot
world.
Of things.
Because the e-scooter world, especially this one right here, is damn exciting, okay?
I'm excited.
I cannot... Go ahead.
Well, I'm excited, but I'm scared.
I'm excited, but I'm a little scared as well. I can't wait to show you guys. I can't wait to see what we've got. And the real-time review, remember, we're going to be doing a real-time review on the scooter too. Today's just going to be the initial impressions episode. But what we have got here is a Varla Eagle One Pro e-scooter, okay? It's supposed to have 11-inch tubeless tires.
Is that what you call it, e-scooter?
Yeah, that's what we're calling it. Okay. It's an e-scooter. This thing is supposed to go 45 miles an hour plus.
That's the part that scares me.
45 miles an hour plus.
Yeah, I know I won't be doing that, but it scares me that you're going to be doing that. You're going to be fully geared up for that.
Yes.
I might have to get you some more gear. Bubble wrap, something.
It's going to be amazing, guys. So, if you're into this kind of stuff, or you're just a fan, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you ain't a part of the Wolf Tick Nation. I can't wait to break into this. Let's see what all Varla sent us.
You know, there's going to be some people that's going to be really worried about you hurting yourself in this summer not being able to put out more content.
We'll be careful, guys. I will be careful. Don't you worry. I'm ready to cut this thing open. Let's get a look at it.
Let's do something. Get off my hand!
Tomatoes. Alright guys, 45 miles an hour plus. You can only imagine doing that on two wheels.
I don't want to imagine, and I just... look, we have a scooter. Varla's sent us a scooter before we did a review on it.
I couldn't say no, because the scooters are so much fun.
You enjoy... since you were little, you rode scooters more than you rode bikes when you were little. Mm-hmm. And you used to be... You're one of those guys that used to be able to go to the skate park and do tricks on the scooter.
Yep.
And, which was fine because you didn't go fast on the scooter. But what scares me is the idea of you going on anything going that fast, that at least unstable looking. I mean, you are unstable on anything. Yep. You're just unstable as a person. So that worries me a little bit.
Varla didn't pay us anything. They just asked if we could do a review video, initial impressions.
Yep.
Yep. This scooter
here.
No
obligation to say anything. We're no obligation to let them see it first. We don't do that. We don't allow it. So we tell them, don't send it to us if you want to do that. If you want us to do that. So
yeah. So they obliged. And what powers that 45 mile an hour plus is two 1,000 watt hubs.
Isn't it like what's the peak on it? Like 1,800.
I wrote it down. The peak is 3,600 watt combined peak power.
Lord.
It's got one in the rear, one in the front hubs. Let's break this thing down. Varla Eagle One. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bam!
Well,
that's a good start.
You don't see much,
it's a good
but
start.
It's packaged really well.
Oh man, I'm shaking.
Yeah, you get excited for the scooter.
Oh, I get excited. All right, so like a lot of companies, or e-bike companies, we've got a multi-tool. All right, we've got a bell. Okay.
Oh, watch out.
All right, we've got a, let's see here.
You need like a air horn on this thing.
All right, we've got a Varla computer. That's a pretty big computer. That's a 3.5-inch LCD display.
Wow.
All right, that's what that is. Okay, we've got the computer there. We've got a manual.
Yeah.
And now this can kind of be considered a downer to some of you guys out there, or an upper. Upper or downer, I don't know.
Whatever.
I'm really dark right now. It's because all this stuff's white. This scooter takes 13 to 14 hours to fully charge.
Yeah. Now, real quick, what's the? Give me the stats on the charger so I can figure out something.
Output of 67.2 volts.
Okay, what's the amperage?
Amperage is 2 amps.
See, the other one we have is 1.7, I think. So I don't know if we can use both chargers then.
Oh, we're going to. Now, the interesting thing about this, guys, is you can go onto Varla's website and you can order another charger, and it will allow you to charge it to 6 to 7 hours if you have another battery charge. So basically double charge.
But I mean, hopefully, what's the run time roughly?
Well, I don't know about the time, but the mileage, you're supposed to get around 60 miles.
Well, if you can get that much of a charge, I guess it's not too bad charge time, because you got to think, you're not, whenever you're not riding it, it's not real big, so you could just put it somewhere and be charging it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
this thing does fold up.
But it is a long charge time.
It's got a silicone pad to ride on. 6061 aluminum frame. You know what I like about Varla stuff, and I like that they've changed this stuff. You know, we've had the Eagle One, not the Eagle One Pro. The Eagle One, this is all rounded out, right? And surprisingly, it doesn't really flex a lot on our other scooter.
It's not too bad.
But something that I appreciate is this is more of a triangular design, so I bet the toughness is going to be there.
Yeah, I see something too right away. I don't know if the other one had, but I know it's not a comparison video. We're going to obviously compare. This is all we had to compare to. This rear shock, at least, looks adjustable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the front's adjustable as well.
Okay, I don't think the other one had that, did it?
It's a coil oil.
Wow.
A coil oil. The cool thing about this, guys, and I appreciate this, just like the other scooter that we've got from Varla, is the stem here that actually has a 31.8 millimeter clamp. So like we did with the other scooter, if you're not happy with your bars, say you don't like the rise on them or you just don't like the style, you can get another cheaper budget if you want to. You can go more expensive mountain bike style handlebar and mount it right here because it goes directly to it. A lot of the other stuff just kind of, it's like a 25.4, just stuff's usually off. So to be able to do that, it's a plus.
What do you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be right rear, left front, or do you think it's going to be backwards?
Oh, I think it's going to be backwards as far as the brakes go.
Man.
Oh, look at that. They got Varla branded brakes on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And they are hydraulic brakes. And the very cool thing is this scooter has got ABS. So you feel it kicking on, kicking off.
You don't have to do your own ABS.
Yeah, I don't have to do my own ABS because, this thing going 45 miles an hour. Ugh.
Yeah, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Look at that little kickstand.
How cute.
It's a cute little kickstand. All right, let's get it out of the box. And I guess let's stand it up. I like the way that this latches. Okay, you see this here? If I can turn the... All right, you see it?
Okay.
See how that tightens on both front and bottom? Or top and bottom?
That. Yeah.
That is cool. And then we also have, it looks to be like a little safety pin. Yeah, a little safety pin type. We're going to stick this bar in here. And there's something really interesting that I want to talk about as far as the bike computer. Well, the computer is concerned. They've got this thing that they've designed. It's called an NFC card. These are NFC cards. Okay, you see they say Varla on them. They actually feel decent quality. They almost feel like aluminum. But what these are, guys, these are computer chips. Okay, I get one. Wolfman gets one. And as long as we have those on us, you guys see this here on the bottom part of the computer? We get that. We turn it on. Boop, boop. We are good to ride it. If somebody, you leave this thing outside, right, and it gets into the wrong hands, they're not going to be able to ride this thing without a card. So make sure if you guys get this scooter, you keep a hold of your cards because that's what allows us to ride it. So there's no keys. It's just these.
Okay. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I had to get a shot the best way I could show you the entire scooter. Doesn't really work with a bike stand. So this is the Varla Eagle One Pro dual hub electric 1,000 watt scooter. I am so excited about trying this out.
2,000 watt if you're running both of them, and maximum 3,600 watt.
3,600 peak power, I guess, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's kind of like the e-bike where it has like a 750, but it peaks at a higher number or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I think RMS power is like the 1,000.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start talking about this thing. Let's talk about the wheel set to start. Okay. The tires are 11-inch tubeless tires. Okay,
they're tubeless, huh? They're
tubeless tires. They look really beefy. They look the part. This thing, guys, was definitely built for speed because just trying to I'm trying to steer it, move the bar left and right. It is super stiff.
Sitting still, you don't know riding yet.
Yeah, I mean, riding this thing is going to be very interesting, but just sitting there, it's so hard to steer the bar because I think it's all about stability, and those 11-inch tires are definitely going to help out with that. They are very beefy. This thing is large and in charge. I cannot wait to get on this thing and start riding it. The brakes are hydraulic brakes. They're Zoom branded. The levers say Varla, but the calipers are Zoom brakes. Okay, 2-piston. Now, the very interesting thing is this actually has 160 millimeter rotors, both front and rear, but this thing has got ABS. And we talked about that a little bit earlier. There's no need for me to be fast on the fingers anymore. As fast as we are going, right, things might get a little sketchy. We don't know yet, but what's awesome is it's got that safety feature built into it. Now, depending on how you ride this puppy, it's got about a 45-mile range. range, 45 miles an hour plus. All right. Now the bars are right about 615 millimeters wide. We've got that 31.8 millimeter clamp on the stem, which I'm a big fan of because most likely we'll be changing the bars out in this thing after the real-time review. And the stem is a 35 millimeter stem. We've got lock-on grips. They're ergo grips, so I'm sure they're super comfortable on the hands. It's just not my style. I always think those style are a little bit ugly, but we'll see how we like them on the real-time review. Now, something that Varla has changed up when it comes to the throttle. You know, we're used to the other scooter having basically like a trigger finger or your pointing finger throttle. This one here is actually a thumb throttle, and it looks like it has a lot of throw in it. So I'm thinking probably more suited towards some of the riders that have bigger hands. Me having a smaller hand, I'm not sure how comfortable that throttle is going to be.
The handlebars are 635-ish millimeters.
Oh, 635-ish. Okay.
Yeah.
635-ish on the bars. Now the recommended height. Guess what the recommended height is?
For this?
It's a pretty wide range.
I'm going to say they recommend from 5'6" to 6'4".
4'5"
Whoa.
to 6'11".
Wow.
It's a pretty wide range.
4'5".
I would hate to see somebody that's 4'5" try to handle this thing.
I don't know.
What I
Well,
mean?
you haven't rode it yet.
Yeah, I haven't ridden it yet. The deck here is actually pretty wide and very beefy. That is definitely an improvement. The ground clearance is amazing. Something that's very cool about this is how sleek it is underneath. There's definitely this is all aerodynamic. It's built for aerodynamic and speed. The bottom is completely...
I don't know about aerodynamic, but...
Well, I mean, the bottom is just completely flat. Like, there's nothing hanging off there. I do like that. The deck is 25 inches of standing room only, okay? And it's about 8 inches wide. So it looks like a pretty comfortable deck. It's going to be very interesting when it comes to the real-time review. It does have a tail light and a headlight. When we check out that bike computer, or the computer here in a second, we're going to try the headlight and the tail light out. I do like that it's integrated, but the headlight is bolted on. It's not integrated like the rear is. You know, the other Varla scooter kind of had integrated little lights down here on the deck, and I like that a lot. Alright guys, so we are going to be doing the likes and the dislikes and who this scooter is for, but before we get to that, why don't we check out the computer on this thing. Let's power it up, let's see how much juice we've got, and let's see what all the different buttons and how that NFC card works.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Alright guys, let's check out this computer. Now, we've got a power button, information button, a headlight button, and then we've got like a plus and a minus here. I'm just going to hit the power button.
You need that card?
Okay, now if you guys see right here, it's blinking, kind of like a little chip reader. It's actually blinking, hey, you need your card, you need the card. You guys see that?
Hopefully that's what it's doing.
Alright, ready?
Oh, there it is.
Bam, and it powers on right away. That is too cool. I like that. Alright,
Yeah,
let's go and take a look at this display.
Don't hit the throttle, please.
Yeah, do not hit the throttle, you're in front of it. So it shows that we've got 70% of battery. It's got like a little settings or something kind of decal there. Speed, miles per hour, that's perfect. Pedal assist 1.
No, it's no pedals.
Well, PAS. We've got 3 levels of pedal, or of push assist.
Power assist.
Yeah. Trip odometer, everything is 0. Okay, we hit the headlight button.
Yeah.
Headlight's very bright, but very nice display. Like, that thing is bright. What is that? Is that voltage 63?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's the volts.
Okay, whenever you hit the brakes, it also shows
it's got the flashing, yeah.
Alright guys, this scooter's so big, we couldn't even like hardly fit it up here on the bench because it's almost on the rafters. But let's talk about who the scooter's for, the likes and the dislikes. I want to start with the dislikes first, okay? Dislike, I'm not a big fan of the headlight up there. I don't like how it's hanging off the front of the scooter. I wish that the lights were in this. And again, just because it seems more sleek, and if you're putting storage and stuff around it, that might get in the way. Especially when you have to fold this thing down, you know. Say you want to put it in the back of the car, you fold that sucker down, that headlight's going to be popping out there at you. I'm not a big fan of the throttle being that way. You know, I kind of wish it was just a finger throttle as opposed to the thumb throttle. It looks like you have pretty big hands. Without riding it, you know. That's very similar to like an e-bike style. I guess it's better than a twist throttle, but I do prefer maybe an index.
My negatives are, and really there's some things that can't be helped, I imagine, is the weight. It's heavy. But other than the weight, I have a bunch of positives. I have nothing else negative to say yet.
Well, let me start with my positives. First positive is I love that the brakes are hydraulic, ABS, and the front is the left and the rear is the right, like it should be, alright, because we're not in Australia. So that's number one. Number two on the positives, that display is awesome. That thing is super bright, and I love the NFC cards. That makes me feel so much better just knowing that we can keep this thing around people. You know, say we go camping and people can be around this thing. kid tries to go jump on this, ain't gonna go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Unless they
I'm
have our
sure
car.
it wouldn't be fun to ride it without it being powered.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably be terrible. There'd be a lot of pushing going on. But that's a big positive. The platform seems to be very wide and spacious. I do like that. And the wheels and tires, the combo there, it seems to be super tough. And again, it seems very stable. Well, I have yet to find out on the real-time review. I think Varla did a great job with packaging the scooter. And another big plus is the ease of putting stuff together. I mean, the only thing I had to do on this was put the bar on there, adjust the throttle, or adjust the brake levers a little bit, adjust the computer, and tighten that up, and that's pretty much it, you know? And it was good to go. Okay. Now, obviously, I don't even think I need to ask Wolfman. This scooter is for the commuter. This is for the guy that, or the woman that live maybe in the big city, or, I mean, they don't have their driver's license. I mean, this thing is just basically a vehicle on two wheels.
Well,
you know
I think it's for that. I think it's for people that maybe RVers that go to campsites and they don't necessarily want to carry on a bike. This probably would take a little less room than a bike would.
Yeah.
I think it's going to appeal to more than just a commuter. I think the commuter's probably going to be your number one, but I think it would. I think for your commuter, the only downside is going to be you'd have to wear a backpack, or else you're going to store stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it's maybe for some commuters, but I think it's really those people, the RVers, and maybe people that go to events a lot, that go to like racing events or different things, and they need a way to get around it's a big area and you need transportation.
Yeah.
I think this would be good for a lot of that. I think it'd be good for tight spaces, cities and stuff, maneuvering this on sidewalks and all that versus a bike. It's less intrusive.
Guys, that was another Wolf Tick Videos episode, bonus episode. If you guys enjoyed the bonus episodes, please hit that like button. Show your boys a little bit of love. This is the Varla Eagle One Pro scooter. You guys can check out a little bit more specs or anything like that in the
check
the
out
description
Varla's website.
Yeah, in the description below. But guys, we will see you on the next episode.
Yeah.